everybody, Argentavis In, and welcome to ARK Decoded, where today we're going to be looking at the Argentavis. The Argentavis is found in the northern regions of the map and is definitely a very interesting dinosaur. Due to a request of a friend, I'm going to slow my pace down a bit here and kind of go over the numbers of the Argentavis. So let's start off with a quick brief review of the Argentavis. The Argentavis is a large flying bird found in the northern regions of the map. It can be found in some middle regions, like sort of towards the middle side, east, west, but it is most commonly found in the north, especially in the snowy area where things like pterodons struggle to survive. With that said, the Argentavis is probably the best war mount in the game, better than even the pterodon, with the war mount of the pterodon, for many reasons that will be discussed. Quickly, let's go over the drops of the Argentavis. The Argentavis can drop raw meat, prime meat, hide, and Argentavis talons. Talons are hard to get, and they go to bosses, which we'll eventually look into. The health at level 1 is not much at 365. Stamina is impressive at 750, especially given the fact that it is very hard to deplete this creature's stamina. It takes quite a bit of time. Its oxygen is 150, food is 2000. Weight's 350, melee damage is only 20%, and movement speed's 100, torpor is 600, and it will increase to a certain amount per level. Example would be that health increases by 73, stamina increases by 75, oxygen 15, this is per level in the wild. Food is 200, weight is 7, and melee damage is 1. Movement speed will not increase per level in the wild, it will forever stay at 100%. This is to keep the creature from being balanced and to keep a level 100 from flying around you like a pterodon. Melee damage will increase plus 1 point in the wild per level. Torpor is only at increases by 36, which isn't that much. That's like an extra trank arrow after a couple levels. Domesticated, now let's talk about what happens when you get to leveling up your Argentavis once you've tamed one. The Argentavis, once you go to level it up, will increase 6.21% per health, or about 6%, give or take. It will increase 10% per stamina, 10% per oxygen, 10% per food, 4% per weight, 2% per melee damage, and 2.5% for movement speed. The only one that it will directly increase by 2.5% is movement speed because it is already a percentage, so keep that in mind. Otherwise, all the rest can be higher or lower, so try to get a very high base level dinosaur. This is just basic ARK knowledge, but if you're new to the game, always go for higher levels because then you get higher bases. The Argentavis, as you have been seeing me do, can attack things that are in its claws, making it very effective at damaging creatures. The only other creature that can do this is the Quetzal, and it struggles to do it, which is strange. This makes it a very good war mount and very fun on PvP servers because you can just fly around picking people up and then slaughtering them with your claws. With that said, it will also get the movement speed on this bird is basically it's decent speed at flying. I could go over the exact numbers, but they're very hard to understand, and most of the stats that I have for speed are kind of wonky, given the fact that it does not, I'm just going to say this much, it is a decent walking speed comparable to that of the Dimetrodon, and its fly speed is slower than that of a pterodon, but still faster than your average walking speed for most dinosaurs. With that said, it does increase significantly while sprinting, obviously. Now we're going to quickly go over what are some of the builds you can put this in. A good one that I like to do is the carrier bird, where you pump a lot of weight, and you make it so it can carry a lot of resources. Believe it or not, that's how I got my medal early on in the game before I got the Quetzal. I would just fly around on my ARGYs. I have like 5 or 6, as you saw in the pen, and I would just fly them around back and forth on the mountains, and then I'd get a bunch of metal, and then I'd come back down. I'd fly from mountain to mountain, and then I'd just get all of the metal I would need. I'd come back, and I'd start smelting it. That is one use of it. Another use is a warbird. This dinosaur has a very high DPS output, and once you combine that with a once you get combine that with the ability to pick up dinosaurs and put it into your claws and then damage it, it can be a very deadly creature. As stated before, it's good in PvP. It also could be a decent scout and but it is a decent flying mount. So its stamina lasts significantly longer than that of the pterodon, So therefore, that means that you can stay in the air a lot longer and scout more area than if you were to do it with a Pterodon, which makes it slightly better at scouting. Now, with that said, overall, the Argentavis, in my opinion, is a very, very good creature. It is probably my second favorite flying mount, second to the Quetzalcoatlus, just because the Quetzal is so much fun, but it is definitely a very good mount. I heavily recommend this for anyone who's looking for a war mount or a very good carrying mount. With that said, I'm going to quickly let you look at some of my Argentavises I have. Some of them are war builds, some of them aren't. But this is a very good dinosaur to have around if you want to be able to deal a lot of DPS, or you want to carry things and you don't want to get a Quetzal. This is actually the best dinosaur that is recommended for getting dinosaurs such as the Quetzal, and it is heavily recommended that you check it out and get one. A lot of people love this dinosaur, and it's very easy to see why. It's decent speed and low stamina drainage with high stamina, plus its overall just good feel makes it a very easy dinosaur to use. It has almost endless builds due to the fact that it's such a well-rounded and it has very good base stats. And if you get it at a very high level, example 120, you could turn this thing into an absolute beast of a machine, slaughtering really anything that you'd want, or you can make it a completely beast carrying machine comparable to that of a Quetzal. Now, it is probably the best well-rounded flying bird by far. I can't think of a better flying mount. With that said, it is a very fun flying mount, and it is a very overall good. That's all for the Argentavis, but that's not all for this video. I hope to start the series up kind of like I did with Destiny Decoded, except I want to actually continue this. Destiny Decoded got boring because Black Ops 3 came out, and people just weren't taking the hit that I like Destiny, and I was playing it. This game, however, I am sure I'm going to stick with because I've just been putting so much time into it. As you can see all my crazy dinos down there, and I'm going to be doing a review on every single one because I enjoy this game. I genuinely enjoy it even more than I do Destiny, and I want to make videos because there are no videos on it. I look up Argentavis stats, and I get one of Slipgator's videos. Not that Slipgator's a bad guy. If I get a video on him taming it, and I'm like, I don't want to know how it takes to tame. I want to know what it does. So my videos are going to be to do that alone. So that's all for today's video. If you did enjoy, please like and subscribe. And without further ado, peace.